Okay, listen, there are plenty of bad movies out there. I know, I've seen a lot of them, and most of them are like B movies with like super low budgets, and everyone agrees they're awful. But very few of those are full blown pop culture phenomenons, like The Phantom Menace. For years, that film has held the top spot on my worst movie list, but it has since been dethroned since I recently watched Twilight. This movie is the worst movie I have seen. I'm I I don't even know where to start right now. Okay, so this is a plot diagram. I'm sure if anyone went to middle school English, you know how this works. Here you have the exposition, then you have the rising action, and then you have the climax, which is the moment just before the action starts falling and stuff starts getting resolved, and then you have the resolution. Okay, we all tracking here. Awesome. So, in a normal book or movie or story, whatever, the exposition should take up fairly little of the story. It should do its job, set up the characters, set up the conflict, set the setting, the time and the place. Now, for some reason, in Twilight, the exposition is like a mile long. This takes up the quarter of the movie, and it doesn't even do its job. Okay, Bella lived in Arizona, and she's moving to cold Wetville. All right. The characters are Bella and Edward, and these classmates who are like barely outlines of characters. And then it's like, are you a vampire? I don't know. Google it. I'm Bella. Oh, I just don't know. I'm gonna save. Oh, I want to kill you. Oh my goodness. I have a clip for you. I have a clip that I'm gonna show you. My wife was taking a video of me while I was watching Twilight. And this is my response to the romantic dialogue. Now, by no means am I a fan of the romantic genre. I enjoy a romantic comedy every now and then, but I'm not a fan of the genre. But still, this should not be one's reaction to romantic dialogue.
So the lion fell in love with the lamb.
What a stupid lamb.
You sick, masochistic lion.
I'm sorry that my body isn't as sparkly as Edward's, the death sparkles, the sparkles of death, but, just. That part makes me mad too. Vampires sparkling. Okay, this woman who wrote this book totally ruined vampire lore. One, vampires are not the undead. That's zombies. Vampires are alive. Vampires don't sparkle in the sun, they melt in the sun. I can understand putting a different take on an old classic, but there comes a point where you make a thing that's so far removed from the original that you shouldn't even be allowed to call it what the original thing is anymore. These people are not vampires. They're just not. Okay, there's something else entirely, but I digress. Let's talk about the rising action. Quarter of the way through the movie, this guy who's been mentioned like 2 times is like, I'm gonna kidnap Bella for some reason, because I like her or something. I don't actually know why. And the only reason we know this villain is powerful is because a guy stops by and says, hey, this guy is really powerful, and then leaves. I should know that the villain is powerful. You should show me, not tell me. That's another thing. There's voiceover throughout this whole movie. It's like, well, this place was really rainy. Oh, really? I couldn't see that it was really rainy and dark. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me that. They tell us everything, and it's so annoying. Okay. Trying to calm down here. Okay. Last thing, let's talk about Edward and Bella's relationship. So, okay, I really hope this video is more than incoherent ramblings. I hope there's actually like a structure to it. I have to go soon, but I just want to say Edward is a class A abuser, and I don't have time to explain all the reasons why, but I'm going to put a link in the description to an article that might explain it a little better, why this is like the worst love story in the world, because he's a controlling, manipulative, abusive guy. All right. So that like throws away the movie's only redeeming quality, which is that it's a good love story, which it's not even that. There's nothing to learn from this movie besides how to be an abuser or how to be a victim. And this is the stuff we're letting our children and our girls watch, and we wonder why there's so many abusive relationships going on. I wonder. And also I want to finish by saying there are a lot of people who spend their whole lives trying to make movies or trying to write books, and their stuff will probably never be seen. Someday I hope to make a film, a short film, a movie, maybe one day I will. But people will probably never watch it as much as they watch Twilight. People probably never watch my videos as much as people have watched Twilight. And that's sad, because people who are content creators work really hard on our art. And this piece of crap that barely has a plot line got published, and they got a movie made out of it, and it sucks. There was no effort put into this. There can't have been. And that's just sad. That's all I have to say about this. Like, subscribe, and unfortunately, I'm gonna watch the next two, and I'll have a review for you on those two. Until then, this movie will get an F. No, wait. The turd emoji. That's how bad this is. It gets a turd emoji.